Hi again everyone, this is Jeff Ryland with Abundant Design. Today, we're going to pickle some peppers. Since it takes a while to get the water boiling, I like to fill the canner and get it heating before I start to prepare the other things. We'll get the water heated up. While we're doing that, let's wash up some jars. These are 1 pint mason jars.
I know if you're talking.
Then we'll wash our lids with hot soapy water. Follow the manufacturer's recommendation on the packaging. And if you are using the single-use lids, make sure that you dispose of them after you finish a jar of your peppers or anything you're canning. Only use them one time. There are some reusable lids. I think it's Stellar that makes a very nice reusable lid that's on my wish list. There are lots of different recipes for making pepper rings, and you can search online. I'll link to a few. Mine's gonna have coriander seed, which you can see how he collected that in the seed saving video. Celery seed, which is bought in, peppercorns, and kosher salt, and some garlic cloves. The seasoning you can change to your own tastes. The critical part is vinegar, and that needs to be 5% acidity. You can use white vinegar, or you can use apple cider vinegar. Just look for the 5% acidity. So, and we'll mix up the ingredients, and we'll get it simmering on the stove. I'm going to do a mix of white and cider vinegar. As you can see, out. Water, and we'll get this going on the stove too. We'll bring this to a boil and then reduce heat and simmer for 5 minutes or until we get the peppers finished chopped. And I forgot the garlic. Peel the garlic, mince it with a fork, go toss it in. Wash and rinse your peppers well, and then we'll slice them into 1/4-inch slices. We'll toss the stem, we'll throw that in the compost, and we'll chop these into 1/4-inch slices. If you're using really hot peppers, some gloves might not be a bad idea. I'm using an assortment of some Tex-Mex banana peppers, and I've got a few jalapeños in there as well. So these will make perfect additions to nachos, pizza, tacos. Here's one of my red jalapenos. That'll give it a nice color. So you can get that mixed evenly through there. And if you get any big ones, you can go back. Now we'll add our peppers to our jars. I've got a little cheater here. And you don't want to fill them too full. Because we're going to want to make sure that they're completely covered and leave a 1/2 inch of headspace there too. So that one might be a little full. And the headspace is just the gap between the water, or the pickling liquid, and the lid. Okay, so I'll grab our pickling liquid, and we'll pour that into, divide it into each of the jars. A spoon and get some of those spices that couldn't quite come out since I had plenty of liquid. I'll wipe the tops of the jars off. So if there's anything on there, that lid won't make a good seal with the glass. You can inspect your lids too for any gouges or bends that could affect the Place your lids on and screw the bands down just until they're finger tight, because you want that loose enough for the air to escape. Now I'll take these over to the canner. Here's our jar lifter, and using water. Make sure that you're under the neck of the jar. Slowly lower these in. You want to make sure that the water That's over the top of your jar by at least 1 or 2 inches. And if you have to add a little more water, that's fine. And then we'll return it to boiling. You can see the jar is bubbling as the heat causes it to expand, forcing the air out. Now that these are done, we will remove them from the heat. Let those sit for a couple minutes just to settle the jars. Put a cooling rack there. Pull these out, be careful not to tip them. So if you tip them, they can get food up on the seal. You don't want that. You want to leave a little bit of space between, so that'll help them cool and not get any heat off any of the other jars. Oh, heard one snap. Seal down just now. Tight these lids down. We'll let them sit 12 to 24 hours, and we'll check the seals and make sure they popped down. There goes one right now. After 12 to 24 hours, check the seal. And if any pop up, like this one, that one will be fine, but we'll put that in the fridge and eat that in a couple days. The rest of them will be fine as long as they're stored in a cool, dark place for up to a year. I have to grab some tortilla chips now for this one. Have a great week. Thanks for stopping by. And if you would like help with your garden, give me a call, shoot me an email, and we can get a design going so that you can have a sustainable, edible, and regenerative landscape that's better for you and for the environment. Take care.